Welcome to Powerhouse Mexico edition. And today we have the one and only Cuauhtémoc Ayala. He is known for being a rejoneador. How do you say it?
Rejoneador.
Rejoneador, that's right, which is a bullfighter on a horse. So it's very exciting to get to know him, not only as far as what he's done in the world of horses, but also what he's done as a developer here in Mexico that owns land. So welcome, how are you?
Thank you. Thank all the audience, and I'm happy to be here with you, Nicole.
I'm so excited. So tell us, let's start out with, who is Cuauhtémoc Ayala?
Well, Cuauhtémoc Ayala is a dreamer, is a guy who has fought for his dreams. Ever since I was a child, I had a dream. I wanted to become a rejoneador. A rejoneador is a bullfighter on a horseback, and considering that I come from a large family and my father and my mother were teachers, we didn't have the money to buy horses and do all that. So I had to fight myself for that dream.
It started with the dream and you made it a reality.
Exactly.
What do you think about the timing and discipline? I mean, to be able to do what you do, timing and discipline is so basic. And tell me a little bit about how that works into your work life now.
Well, definitely time and discipline is everything. When I, for example, in bullfighting, when I walk into the arena, one mistake can cost you everything.
Yeah.
So it's your life. So you have to work every day. You have to be very focused on your goals, and timing and discipline is the only way to success.
And also Cuauhtémoc Ayala, the family man. I know you've told me a lot about your kids. Tell me a little about your family.
Yes, I have 3 kids. 2 of them are rejoneadores as well, and the oldest, the youngest is a 11-year-old girl. She's an artist. She likes to sing. She likes to the music and to paint. So we have all these disciplines at home.
That's amazing. So let's talk about now about Cuauhtémoc Ayala, the developer, the person who has seen Yucatan as a place of opportunity. Tell me a little bit more about when you see that opportunity. Why do you think Yucatan is one of the places that people should be keeping their eye for?
Well, I will start telling my story. I work. My only vehicle to get my dreams was hard work. So since I was very young, I started working, and when I was 23-year-old, I started working at Cemex, which is a multinational company, which core business is construction, materials, and house building. So I worked there for 15 years. I was an executive, a director. So I had the opportunity to travel all around Mexico and even other countries. I actually lived in Florida in that boom that Orlando had at that time. So that gave me deep experience in what especially what the developers needed. No, they needed strategic lands, strategic zones to develop. But also, every time I came back home, when I was living outside of Mérida, I could see that Mérida was gonna blow.
Explode.
It was gonna explode sometime, because we had everything. We had beautiful beaches. We had the cenotes, archaeological sites. The Chichen Itza is one of the 7 wonders. So we had everything, especially our people. I mean, you walk here 24 years a day and you feel secure. You feel safe. So
Not just the safety, the people are so nice. You feel at home, you feel calm. There's a feeling, there's a lot of times where I go with my clients and they go, I go, what do you think about Mérida? They go, it's not a place only, it's a feeling of feeling happy here.
it's a unique place.
Yeah.
All the directors that came from other parts of Mexico, Monterrey, Sonora, whatever, to Mérida, they when they retire, most of them are living here in Mexico. But it was funny, because when they first came, they say, "What does Mérida has that my I have a lot of friends from outside living here, and little by little they were recognizing those things that Merida has. I mean, what I said, it has everything. You have the beach only 20 minutes away. You have everything to see, and now that is we had a lack of infrastructure before that made Merida like a geographically like a disadvantaged place, But now with the all the improvements to the international airport, the deep sea, port that we have now, and the Tren Maya. Now we have everything.
Yeah.
Now people is turning to see Merida more like an industrial place, and also the tourism is growing every day.
Yeah. What do you think is one of the opportunities that people still have right now? Because right now it keeps on growing, but there's still amazing opportunities. And I know you have land that's for sale, you have developments that's for sale. What do you think that is like one of the ones that go, wow, this is an amazing opportunity, and why?
I think uh, because of that uh, disadvantage that people used to see Yucatan as, oh, it's too far and we don't have too many flights or whatever. It was I mean it was growing slowly, okay, and even though, as you said, it exploded, still I can foresee 20 years of growing, sustainable growing, because of those things that we just said. And I think there's still a lot of room of that cure pricing, the
Yeah, there's a
price.
lot of still potential to do the capital gain. Right now, it's still one of the best places, I think, out of all of Mexico, one of the top places in all of Mexico to invest where your money is going to grow. You put money down now and you're going to get a nice capital gain because it continues growing. I mean, right now, just from going out of Merida to getting to Progreso, you see all these new developments, all these opportunities. And I know you have an amazing development that's right on the outskirts of Merida, and we know it's growing that way.
It's growing.
Yeah.
Definitely the new periférico, the new
Freeway?
the new freeway is just 500 meters away from our development. So it has that potential, and it's still especially if you make a good research, a good analysis, you're gonna find good spots to invest
Yeah.
with exponential growth, with exponential uh, outcome.
Mérida versus Progreso. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, definitely, Progreso is our spot where all Yucatecans, like to go for summer. So that spot is the one that has been uh, is more mature, but it's not the only one to invest. Especially uh, to make good money, you have to get a little bit out of that zone.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But we have a lot of beachfront kilometers. So
Yeah.
Progreso is only one of the good beaches we have. We have Sisal, we have Celestún, we have Silam. I mean, there is a lot of opportunities because one of the good bets to invest, of course, is the beaches.
Yeah. So what do you see happening in the next 10 to 20 years in Mérida?
I I see that it's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep growing, and one of the things that I've seen is that every time we're making, not only me but all the developers are making better and more sustainable developments.
So international people are coming into Mérida. Have you noticed a difference with the people that are buying now in Mérida?
Yes, of course. Many people from out of Mexico is coming to invest in Yucatan every time more.
Yeah. And tell me, I mean, you have so many pieces of land. Is there something that you'd like to tell people about right now of all the options that they have?
Well, there are many options to invest in Yucatan. As I said, I think for the next 10, 20 years, it's still the growing is with good foundation. So they only have to be researching a little bit on legal clarity, uh, just to watch that in every land that they're analyzing, they have the proper permits,
Yeah.
and they're aligned with the urban development plans for the city.
Yeah, what he's saying is very important. Just to put a little bit more depth into this, when you're buying land in Mexico, you need to make sure to work with people that are reputable, that know what they're doing, because it is very important that you protect yourself. A lot of times we see that people are selling these pieces of land in the middle of nowhere and nobody has a title, or there's called ejidales. That's also, you have to be very careful when buying. So what we're trying to say is please be careful when buying in Mexico, just to double check, make sure everything is in order with the paperwork, everything is in order, and what you can build on it. I think that the transparency is one of the most important things. How do you know what you can build? Well, it's already pre-written what can be done at every location in Mérida. So for example, you buy a piece of land, depending on the area and the density, most of the times you can build 70% of the land and up to 10 feet high. But if you're closer to the beach or closer to a mangrove, then that can change. So just protect yourself. I think one of the things that I really liked about working with you in particular is that you have your paperwork in order. So if anybody wants to invest, you have everything very transparent, everything ready to go.
It's basic. It's basic to have a all in order, all the as you said, your title, your permits, and not speculate only on rumors or hype. You have to really do a deep research
Yeah.
to make sure your invest is safe.
What does life have ready for you in the next few years? What do you see your life going towards right now in the next few years?
Well, I have a couple of projects that still we're gonna start, so I'm uh, very happy with that, and I think I'm gonna keep practicing rejoneo for a couple of years. So we will be, and I'm very happy that you could have the opportunity to see me.
Yes, I went to see him the other day. It was so exciting to see the bull and the horse and it was so beautiful. It feels very cultural. It feels like there's a lot of history behind it. So to be there was really a historic moment for me.
Yes, I spend 4 to 5 hours
Right.
daily every day
Yeah.
training with my horses there, my other family. So it's very you know it's my passion, and
Yeah.
that has taught me you know respect for life, respect for as business has taught me respect for people,
Yeah.
for my team, for my partners, but especially for our clients. We work for them because they're the reason why our business exists. So uh, that's I think that's been a compliment
Yeah.
to make me understand that you have to be very responsible every time you make a decision.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. It's so important that whoever you're working with has those values aligned, especially for people that are coming from other parts in the world. They can be very nervous about who they're going to be working with. So, for somebody that says the stuff that you're saying, that has been aligned and that has that discipline in life, discipline from your work job to your other work job, from going on the horse to actually doing your developments, is something that's really amazing. It really aligns with the kind of person that you are.
Yes, someone told me once that you have to really work on relationships, build relationships with a win-win.
Yeah.
But win-win is not to win-win double. You have
Not
to
win
whisper.
this side,
No, we win
win
this side.
and win.
Yes, and
Yes.
and I think some people think that way.
Yep.
Only taking advantage, and that's very important. If you don't understand that business is to make everybody take a share,
Yeah.
it won't be a business that is gonna be sustainable for long term.
What does power mean to you?
I think power is God. I mean, it's the only one who has the real power. We're only uh, working for making this world a little better. Whenever I'm gonna make a new project, I always uh, think that someday I'm gonna be walking with my children or my grandchildren, and I need to make them feel proud of whatever I'm making. So that's my vision every time I'm gonna start something.
That's wonderful. And what do you think about the difference between a visionaire and somebody who's always short, like wanting to see the short minded instead of actually seeing the the long vision?
The difference, success. I mean,
There you
the
go.
one that has is impatient to invest and don't make a good research, or just, as I said, goes by rumors or hypes on, and then invest in probably assume that it's already mature, it's already uh, developed. Someone has already taken advantage of that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go, if you arrive late to that, to make those investments, of course you have a high chance even to lose money.
Yeah.
See? So you have to
Get there on time.
get there on time and understand
Yeah.
the real estate investments. It's not for short term. They're middle and long term to make those growth, those uh, profits exponential. There's
Absolutely,
no
because
other
there's a
way.
lot of opportunity to make
There's no
huge
way.
profit, but they have to be visionaries alongside with working with somebody that's transparent, alongside with working with developers that have their paperwork in order. So it's all together. It's not just one thing.
And you have to work with professionals. You have
Absolutely.
to be guided by someone who knows,
Yeah. And let me ask you something. So
like you.
like me, yay! So I like you for buying land. So let me ask you something. What would you say to the people out there that are going to invest for the first time in Mexico?
Well, first of all, you have to come to Yucatan. This is the place to know, to visit, to have fun, and of course to invest, because Yucatan is the most secure place in the whole Mexico, and not only secure because you can walk, but secure because uh, there's, as I said before, there is still a lot of room to invest and see your money grow, you know, through the years around you know, and uh, but we have to say this to repeat it. You have to uh, check all uh, the legal papers, all the permits, all the alignment with the development plans of the city, because otherwise maybe you're gonna put the money
In the wrong place.
or more time, because we understand that it is a middle or long term investment, but we also know that you know everybody needs to get the money back, in 3, 5, 7 years maximum.
I think it's always very important just to take the proper steps. Don't try to rush through everything. Make sure everything is in order step by step to be able to either buy land, develop, or to expand your investments. So I want to ask you something. For somebody like you, what is that legacy you want to leave in Yucatan?
Well, definitely before we, we continue. I told you, sorry for my English, because it's
No,
been
it's amazing.
a long time that I didn't practice. But well, my legacy that I wanna leave is to have happy clients, happy neighbors, because I live in one of the places I built. Happy neighbors that live in a comfortable, in a happy place, but also for those who invest with us. I want, I have had those experiences, but I want them to call me and say, hey, thank you, because I could see my money grow.
That's right. Well, that sounds wonderful. Anything else that you'd like to say to everybody before we say
No, just
goodbye?
to invite them to come to Yucatan, either to visit or to invest, but
And to eat.
and to eat.
And yummy food.
Wonderful. We have the best food in
And a good
Mexico,
show also.
and they're welcome to come to see the horses, to ride the horses. I have 40 horses at home, so
Okay, so you heard it directly from the one and only Cuauhtémoc Ayala. We're going to go see his horses. And thank you so much for being here with me today. I am so excited
thank
that we
you,
got this opportunity to talk and really share with everybody who Cuauhtémoc Ayala is.
thank you for inviting me, and we'll be seeing you in the bull arena.